Yo, what's going on YouTube? It's your dude Heat Ledger coming at you guys again with a brand new video. This time I want to do a discussion on a subject matter that really was sparked by an Instagram comment. Now, as you guys know, I am a huge Jordan Brand fan. That's primarily what this channel was based on, and then over the past year and a half I've explored a lot of other different sneaker brands. But basically, I posted a photo of the Adidas PK on my Instagram, and I got a comment from a user called Kid Dylan. I hope he doesn't mind me putting this out there, and it's not a bad comment, but he simply said, "What happened to what made me come to this channel? Emoji crying face, Jordans." And that comment kind of got me thinking. I mean, yeah, I haven't done too much Jordan Brand stuff lately, but it's also because I've been exploring other brands that I like. And then I kind of thought to myself, these other brands that are out there and these other silhouettes that are coming out have really been, capturing my attention and drawing me in. And a lot of that is based on hype, of course, but also excellent designs like the Prime Knit, which I think is a really great shoe. But the question then becomes, does this shoe have as much legacy as this shoe? When I think about Adidas brand, Adidas has so much history, has so much heritage. And I've said this before on my other videos, but the first shoe that really got me into the whole sneaker thing was the Adidas Superstar 2. I waited all week for this huge sale in Toronto, and the Superstars were $39.99, and I put the flyer on my door, I pasted it there, and I nagged my mom every single day until that Saturday morning when we drove to the store. And there are a lot of other kids out there that I'm sure shared the exact same story as me, or something similar, maybe with that brand or another brand. But if you fast forward in my life a few years, I started getting really captured by Jordan Brand, and that's also because I was very interested in basketball. Now, this brand was able to capture my attention more than this brand because it was able to speak to some of my interests and my lifestyle, including basketball and sneakers, and of course Michael Jordan was something that was primarily driving the brand as well. But similarly, a lot of people, at least when I was growing up, were into Adidas for different reasons. All my breakdancing friends exclusively wore Adidas Superstars. Anyone that was into dance, that was the shoe. And all my buddies that were in bands would wear the Converse. That was just kind of the style. It was what was associated with their interests and their passions. Today, of course, all of that is kind of thrown into a blender and thrown out the window. You have non-basketball people loving Jordan Brand. You have people that have no interest in running wearing a running shoe. Converse shoes are definitely not exclusively reserved for people in rock bands. And the whole thing is really cool. But what I find interesting is looking forward in the brand. What I understand a brand wants to do is be able to tell a story. They want to be able to connect with us as consumers through a story, through history, and through heritage. Now, right now, Adidas is absolutely capturing a ton of the market because it's bringing out these shoes that fit a lot of our lifestyles. It's also very effectively capturing history of Adidas because it's bringing in older elements of shoes that were in their catalog. And I understand in order to grow, you need to be able to reflect on what you've done really well and build on that. But my question to you is, this is the hottest shoe right now, but are we still going to be wearing this in 10 years? Whereas this shoe was hot 10 years ago, 20 years ago, and it's going to be hot 10 years from now. And I make that argument because Jordan Brand has this legacy, and it's based on someone, a superstar, someone that's driving the brand, and it continuously is able to tell that story over and over again. But I don't see anyone driving this brand in the same way. Adidas has Kanye West, but I don't think you can compare Kanye to Jordan. Respectively, he's done a ton in less time than Michael Jordan has in a number of different other fields. And I suppose it's up to debate, and it's partly why I'm making this video, but does Kanye or a driver of Adidas brand have the same power that Michael Jordan would with these types of shoes? I can pull this shoe out in 10 years and people will know what it is. People will still love this shoe. But is any other brand out there able to do the same thing? I argue no. I just find it interesting that Jordan Brand can continuously put out these models and still succeed, whereas Adidas doesn't necessarily have the same legacy as it does with something like a Superstar 2, so it must innovate and create new models like this. And that's definitely a pitfall and a shortcoming of Jordan Brand, as a lot of their newer models aren't really meshing as well with the consumers. Now, I hate to compare Jordan Brand, a basketball-oriented sneaker, with Adidas, who is not really focused or concerned with the basketball market at all, but I just find them to be two very good comparisons as to where we are right now and where we can look another 10 years from now. So I want to end this video with a question to you. Where does Jordan Brand stand versus Adidas? Where can you see Jordan Brand in the next 10 years versus Adidas in the next 10 years? And in terms of legacy, who is able to prevail more long term? Will the Jordan Brand flame eventually die down? Does Michael Jordan have enough stay power to push this brand out another 10 years? I want you guys to let me know in the comments down below. Apologies if this was more of a rant than anything else, but I hope you guys got something out of it. I'm Adu, he's signing out. Peace.